Good morning, YouTubers, do-it-yourselfers, mechanics, friends, family, or just the idle, bored, scrolling individual. Hope you're having a blessed day. Blessed to be alive. God is good all the time. What I've got here is a 2004 Chevy Silverado with a 4.3 liter Vortec engine. It's my personal truck. It's just a little old single cab 5-speed standard, but I love the thing. I've had to do a tear down of the top half just to fix a few odds and ends going on, and there'll be more videos, as I mentioned yesterday on a video I uploaded. But I'm at a point here where I thought I would touch on something that is really commonly misunderstood. I've seen numerous videos on it. Some are right, and some, if you are the unlucky person to watch those and follow them, you probably might as well plan on budgeting a new vehicle. And that would be timing. You may be familiar with the term top dead center. This is a key phrase when it comes to timing. Even on this truck, which has a distributor, it doesn't matter if it's distributor or coil pack, all vehicles have a top dead center. This is going to be your number one piston when it hits the peak of its power stroke, compression stroke, whichever stroke you want to call it. That is when the piston is traveling up the cylinder, and right as it comes, I'll use this flashlight, right as it comes to the point of compression, this is the point in which the spark plug releases spark. One valve is dumping fuel, and within a split second, that combustion drives that piston down. It drives it down on the crankshaft, which drives another piston up, and it's a sequence of events. We've got rocker arms here just for reference. One is going to be an intake, or in the case of airflow, this is where your air to fuel ratio, air to fuel mix happens. Your injector is dumping fuel into the chamber while one valve is opening and allowing air in. The other valve, of course, is the exhaust valve. This is where the remnants of an explosion, quite a bit more powerful than you might realize, happens inside that chamber, and it's got to go somewhere. So then that's where your exhaust valve opens, it goes through your exhaust, and that's a total different video there. But timing is so critical. Top dead center is top dead center of the number one piston when it comes to timing. And what you got here, if you can see it down there, that is a camshaft. This camshaft has lobes. Now as this thing spins, I don't know if I can get a view of it there, but one side is rounded, as you'll see there, and the other side sticks up. The side that sticks up, as it's going, bumps these rods. These rods open valves. It pushes this end up, this end down, and that opens your valves. So you can imagine, if the timing is not correct and that valve opens at the wrong time, your piston hits your valve. Or maybe it's opening a little early and it's letting the air in too soon, and you're getting low combustion. That's when you're lacking in power, lacking in gas mileage. Or maybe it's the exhaust valve opening too soon, in which case your piston's hitting it every time. I mean, you're lucky if you don't destroy your motor, we'll put it that way. Now, every vehicle will have lines. You know, on this truck, luckily it's pretty easy. There's my marker of top dead center. You can see the little groove in the middle. And there is a timing mark right there on that. They're calling it vibration buffers nowadays, but we've always called them harmonic balancers. Them two are in line. And then I have my camera set up just for reference. This is going in the number one spark plug. And what you're seeing, the darker part there is the piston, and the lighter part is the cylinder wall. So I watch that right as I'm nearing that mark. You'll feel it. It will start to get easier to turn that harmonic balancer, which I've done with a socket and a breakover bar. It will just start to get easier as it's hitting that top center. And you've got to be careful because you overshoot it, you cannot turn that thing counterclockwise. You'll destroy your motor. So then you got to start it all over and spin it all the way around again. But I'm sitting at the highest point at top dead center, which means I'm ready to realign and put my distributor in. And here's the distributor. Now if you'll notice, it's got a sprocket here on the bottom. This is what connects with another sprocket at the end of that camshaft, which turns this little booger up here on top, which your rotor sits on. That's another video, or if you have questions on it, please leave it in the comments and I'll explain it. That rotor turns on that and it connects with individual diodes that go to spark plug wires. It sends the spark to your spark plugs. So the spark has to happen in sequence with the timing. So like on this one, there are different marks on every distributor, it depends on the manufacturer. But here's me a mark for number 1. And then you'll ignore these. You know, this is for a little piece in here that goes to your oil pump. But you have a groove here. When these two are in line, that means when I put my rotor on top, I'll be in line. You know, you see a number 6 on there, and again, that's a different video. That has to do with something totally different. But the main point of this was just to kind of explain it. Sorry, it's a little bit long. And if any points of it weren't understood, I love answering questions. I love sharing knowledge. God bless me with it. And I feel like I in turn should be able to share it with people, and I hope it helps. But that's the basics of timing. There's more to it than that, but we can get into that to other videos if you want. Drop questions in the comments, and if this video was helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, and share. As the more subscriptions we get on this channel, the more ability we have to get helpful information out. So I hope everybody has a great day. God bless you.